Hi, I'm going to do some channeling for you today. My hair looks really flat. Nonetheless, I'm in Nova Scotia, which is in the Maritimes in Canada. Okay, so I'm just going to step aside, see what happens. So, we are often coming around to the same sounding information. The reason that some of you have heard this over and over is because sometimes you are slow learners. I'm going to tell you this. And the reason sometimes you are what you would call a slow learner is because you don't really wish to remember these things. There's a certain amount of ego and humanity involved where you think it's important for you to know exactly what you think and not be too open to new ideas. What if they lead you astray and take you somewhere where you're going to be taken advantage of? See? That's the human way of thinking. So oftentimes this repetition that we seem to be making are for most of you who have a difficulty absorbing a new idea that you didn't come up with yourself. So, we are going to say, of course, most of your ideas you didn't come up with yourself, you just don't know it. So that's a little bit of a mind confusion for you. What do you mean we didn't think of it ourselves? You guys are crazy. And yet you are intrigued also. Because if you're not intrigued with what it is we're going to say next, those odd non-physical energies, you wouldn't be sitting here at this moment. So, what we wish to say is, most of the ideas that pass through you, pass by you, you choose which ones to grab onto that will become part of your story. There's lots going by, lots, and they're not all yours. Don't be silly. You've become a human for a short human time. You only know what you know for the time you exist. So, how brilliant can you be, really? You see? But the universe, those who have passed into non-physical, that are energy now, imagine all of the thoughts that have ever been. Imagine all of the non-physical geniuses. Imagine, just for a moment, how many thoughts are going by you and surrounding you for you to just pluck out of the air and say, I think I'll take that one. Maybe I'll take this one as well. You don't really know you're doing it, but as we say this, perhaps there's a certain part of it that you think, that sounds quite reasonable, although I can't really prove it, and it still sounds a little bit odd. Some part of it feels like truth inside. And that's what we're getting at. We're only reminding you of things that are common knowledge to the universe, and therefore to you. Because when you are not in your little physical body, you are part of the universe, so you have a great knowledge as well. You choose which ones are going to be part of you at this time. Now, one more thing. Are you able to put the thoughts back into the universe and let them become part of the universal intelligence? Of course you are. You can give away those notions anytime you wish and choose a new idea, a new way of living. Of course you can, why not? You're experimenting there after all with your human time, playing about. I'll try this, I'll try that. That's what it's about, you see. You're a great scientist experimenting with life while you're there. So if you don't like it anymore, put it back. You we'll remind you now how many thoughts and ideas and inventions and feelings and energy surround you right this second. So of course you can throw yours back out because you have believed it for a long time or perhaps a short time. There's nothing wrong with saying, I changed my mind. I'm going to do this other thing. What's wrong with that? That's what you're there for. To learn, to experiment, to have a little fun. Of course. So, when we say you're a slow learner and you had an automatic response to it, it was our way of getting you to take notice of what it is that is triggered inside of you. What emotion is evoked when you hear such a thing as that? Oftentimes you are automatically defensive. Defensive in saying, I know everything, but that's an odd thing to say, really, don't you think? So, the defensiveness is not necessary. It is energy we are speaking of, and we are reminding you of what you already know. So why would the ego be involved in this type of conversation? Why would there be any need for your humanity right now? Because right now, we are speaking energetically from the universe of love to the universe of love, which is you. You see, we are just sharing what we know already. We are becoming one energy. That's all. There's no need for emotional response or ego to be involved. So, we just think it's funny to say you're a slow learner because you all get defensive like this. But we love you. You are the most precious things that exist. So when we say slow learner, we mean it in a beautiful way. A way that you are just being your human self. That's all. So, carry on. But if what we are presenting resonates with you, just remember it. You can give and take from the energy around you any moment. Then you will be truly free, won't you? Then you won't be confined to this human experience as one set of thoughts. You may change as you go along, of course. You must change as you go along. Because you are changed now. You are even changed from the moment before you felt this energy to the moment after. You are always changing. So, even if you're a slow learners can change. There is much love here for you. Namaste. A slow learner, huh? I don't know about that. Come on. Bye.